Welcome back to my channel. It's me, Tahnie, and if you are joining us and you're newly engaged, I just want to give you a huge congratulations. What an exciting time in your lives. I know what you're thinking. All right, we're engaged. What's next? So today we're going to go over what to do after your proposal. If it's your first time joining me, I bring you new videos every Tuesday. This is your merry source to weddings. We create, educate, and have a ridiculously good time. Okay, you said yes. What's next? Let's go over some steps after you guys get engaged. Let everybody know. We talked about this in my last episode, which you could catch here. But before you go and tell the World Wide Web of social media, definitely tell your family first, and then your inner close circle of friends, whether that be a FaceTime call, a phone call, a text message, send them a photo of, just after you guys got engaged. I think it's very traditional. It's polite, makes them feel special that they didn't find out about the announcement on social media. So I definitely think tell everybody, but kind of do it in steps. And then once you feel that the important people in your lives know about it, blast that baby on whatever social channels you want to, if that is right for you. And then, of course, start planning your engagement party. Celebrate good times. Come on. Okay, I know this sounds really silly, but take a selfie. You're going to want to look back on those first few hours, moments, days you guys got engaged, and you're going to want to just see that surprise and the bliss on your faces. It's really fun to look back on photos many moons from now and just to see your reaction in those first days after your proposal, even those moments. So take a selfie, a ring selfie. Everyone's going to want to see the bling, and you're going to want to show it off because you're going to be really excited. So take a selfie, a ring selfie. A ring self. If I can combine those words, I would, but it doesn't sound right. This may surprise you, but throw that F word around. And I'm talking about fiance, not the actual F word. That's right. You just went from girlfriend or boyfriend to fiance, and they will always be bae, truly deep down in your heart. But say that word as much as you can for the short moment in time, because it will definitely go out of style. So this is my fiance, and it may sound weird at first, but you'll get used to it, and it's really fun. It kind of just has this status about it. This is my fiance. Hello, my fiance. My fiance. It's really fun, believe me, because then they're going to be husband or wife, and there won't be fiance. So it's really fun. Throw the F word around as much as you can. If you have not already done this, get ring insurance. Get the insurance ASAP. It is so important, people. Accidents do happen. Garbage disposals love new rings. So make sure you get that puppy insured before the proposal, even better. But if you haven't gotten it yet, do let that be one of the first things you guys check off your list after you get engaged. All right, and I hate to say it, you guys, but size does matter. What am I talking about here? Your ring size. If you haven't already done so, get your ring sized appropriately to your finger by your jeweler. If it is too loose, it will fall off. And if you don't have that ring insurance that I just talked about, you're a little SOL. So remember, it could take up to 5 to 10 days to get your ring back while you're getting it sized. So make sure you're not planning an engagement party during those 5 to 10 days you don't have your ring, because you're going to want to show it off. Everybody's going to be asking about it. So that's just kind of something to think about as well. Number 6 is pretty important, but you're going to want to think about the type of wedding you want. And what do I mean by that? Is it going to be big? Is it going to be small? Is it going to be near? Is it going to be far? What season is it going to be in? All of these things will help you ultimately determine, 1, how long your engagement is going to be, and 2, what type of budget you need to accomplish your wedding goals. Which brings me to my next topic, the budget. One of the biggest and most important topics when it comes to wedding planning. When determining your budget, you're going to want to know and ask who is contributing to the budget. Are your parents contributing? Are you contributing with your parents? Are you the only person paying for your wedding? How much are you willing to pay? How much money do you have saved to go towards your wedding? How much do you need to save going towards your wedding? Write out your guest list. Your guest list is going to have a huge impact on your total wedding budget. Have an A list, also have a B list. How much is an average wedding these days? I get that question all of the time. I would say on average, a 100-person wedding is about $33,000. If you are surprised by that number, I highly suggest you talking to a professional, a wedding planner, or doing a little bit of research yourself to see what part of your budget is going towards which vendors and services. You may be surprised at the different costs of each service within your wedding budget. Again, I will break that down in another video, but I just want to touch base on the topic because your budget is such a huge part of wedding planning and one of the first steps that you need to do after your engagement. After determining your budget, save the dates. You notice how I say dates? You're going to notice a lot of dates have been taken up due to COVID and weddings being pushed back. So this is very, very important to know. If you have your heart set on one date and you find the perfect venue and that date is taken up, I don't want you to be disappointed. I just want you to be prepared. This is what we do in this industry. We prepare ourselves for everything. So make sure you have a few dates in mind when you are starting to wedding plan. And to go along with saving the dates, you're going to want to ask your family first, and maybe your inner circle of friends if they're going to be part of your wedding party, if they have those dates available. If you plan to have your brother walk you down the aisle and your brother is taking a bar exam on the main choice of your wedding date, that's something to consider. That's just an example. This next tip is by far the most important tip and my favorite. Hire a pro, aka your wedding planner. That's right. Yes, even before you book your venue, we can venue match for you. And instead of you Google searching a million different venues and are so confused and don't know where to start the search or how to narrow it down, again, we can venue match for you. Our job is to save you time and stress. You may not know a lot of things when it comes to venue searching that we could provide insightful information that of things that you've never even considered before. So hire your wedding planner is one of the first steps after your proposal. Once you start diving into wedding planning. After you book your wedding planner, book your venue. A lot of venues can be booked out 2 years in advance. This isn't to scare you at all, but due to COVID, a lot of dates have been taken up because weddings have been pushed back. And because venues are one of the first vendors to book during the wedding planning process, again, they get booked up quickly and about 2 years in advance, depending on the venue space. If you have a long engagement of 2 years, then hey, that timing may not be a big deal to you and you have a little more options when venue planning. But if you just got engaged and you're trying to plan your wedding in 6 months, you may not have the first pick of dates and the venue you really want. So just kind of think about that too. It depends on the length of your engagement and kind of what goals you want to accomplish with wedding planning. This is all a very good start before we dive deep into wedding planning. If you are engaged right now, this is what I want you to do. Have a ridiculously good time and enjoy your engagement. That's all for today, you guys. Thanks for joining me. As always, stay creative and be legendary.